All right. Well, let's get started. Next up is our virtual exhibit hall. When the WMS switched to a virtual format for the summer conference, the exhibit hall obviously took a little bit of a different look than it had in the past. What was still just as important for us, it was still just as important for us to learn about the products, services, and opportunities that enhance our profession and our passion. The perfect solution turned out to be a virtual exhibit hall, or exhibitor showcase, as we like to call it, which is a little bit like speed dating. Our 6 exhibitors will have just 5 minutes today to pitch their company, and with the potential to ask questions at the end. Thank you to all of our exhibitors for supporting the WMS, and let's kick it off with Global Rescue. We'll be raffling away a 14-day membership after their pitch.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Timothy Caith from Global Rescue, and I'm excited to welcome everyone here for the virtual exhibit hall as part of the WMS Winter Conference. Global Rescue has been a longtime partner and supporter of the WMS, and we're excited to be here to speak with you all about some of our services, as well as some exclusive benefits that all WMS members have through Global Rescue. So thank you very much for your time. Funny enough, my last work trip was actually for the WMS Winter Conference about a year ago in Sun Valley, Idaho, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing you all face to face at a future WMS conference down the road. Global Rescue has been tracking the return to travel, and although the summer does look like it will be primarily domestic travel here in the United States, we're hopeful that international travel will pick back up in Q4 if vaccination rollouts and continued quarantine activities trend in the way that they have. With that all said, I have a few quick slides I wanted to share about Global Rescue and our background. For those of you who do not know Global Rescue, we've been in business since 2004. We were founded to support international travelers and folks that really got out to remote regions. Since that founding, we've supported over 20,000 operations in almost every region and country around the world. We have operation centers located globally that are staffed with in-house critical care paramedics, nurses, and physicians, as well as security operations specialists that are available 24/7 for all of our members. The total population of employees is about 250 professionals, about half of which make up our operations teams, as mentioned. Some of the core features of Global Rescue Services include our ability to provide field rescue. And field rescue is our commitment of providing help from the point of injury, illness, or distress for security and medical evacuations that we coordinate and provide. Additionally, our retail memberships include evacuations to the home country hospital of choice from wherever you are traveling. Additionally, you have 24/7 access to all of our advisory services. We offer medical security and travel intelligence services in-house, so any of our members can access those teams directly, either through phone, email, or the My Global Rescue mobile application. New for 2021, we've actually introduced what we call a local field rescue service, which includes access to evacuation and field rescue when you are less than 100 miles from home. As mentioned at the start, all WMS members do have access to Global Rescue Services. So that's the travel advisory services. So whenever you are traveling, you can contact our operations centers and speak to our in-house staff for any travel advisory concerns you might have. And additionally, you have access to our event alerts and destination reports online. And you can access that information on the WMS member login page. So this slide here just basically shows the actual means to utilize those services. So for the advisory services, whenever you're traveling, you can either email us or call us at the notes listed here. And then for the alerts and intelligence, it's an online sign-up process. So if you go into your WMS member portal, you'll see more information about how to sign up for the event alerts and destination reports, which are great pre-travel resources for your next international trip. Also, as part of this virtual conference, for those of you that are attending live, we will be giving away a 14-day travel membership, which the team from WMS will be announcing just after this presentation. And we have a brief overview of Global Rescue Services that will begin in just a minute.
Thank you again, Global Rescue. I think we'll next go to our second exhibitor, Sawyer, and I believe we have a video for Sawyer as well.
Hey everyone, it's Amy with Sawyer Products. Sawyer is a US-based manufacturer of water filtration, insect repellent, and first aid. And our filters are the #1 filters used on the trail, but also globally in areas where clean water is not accessible. As of December 2020, Liberia was the first developing country with border-to-border clean water, and Sawyer was able to donate over 130,000 filters that were delivered in the most remote corners of the country to accomplish this. And we have GIS data on every family that received a filter, and we're seeing about a 95% reduction in waterborne diseases within 2 weeks, which is astounding. So there's a reason why Sawyer filters last longer and are so effective, so I'm going to play a quick video to show you why. Hollow fiber membranes have become the most common media for filtering water in the backcountry since Sawyer introduced them to the outdoor industry over 10 years ago. Whether you're hiking the PCT or trekking through remote villages in Central America, you're likely to come across someone using a Sawyer filter. Now, with many different hollow fiber membrane filters to choose from, all making very similar performance claims, it's very important to understand what sets Sawyer filters apart and makes them the best filter to remove harmful bacteria, protozoa, and cysts that can make you sick. There are 4 main things that distinguish a Sawyer high-performance filter. First is a fiber strength, which is also known as hoop strength. Sawyer filters were independently tested amongst other major brands and found to be 75% stronger. This is due to the thicker fiber walls and the smaller inner diameter of the fibers. This is why Sawyer filters last so long. They can be continually cleaned with forceful backwashing and restored up to 98.5% of their original flow rate each time you clean them. In fact, an independent lab ran over 200,000 liters of turbid water through Sawyer filters, retested, and they still exceeded the EPA standards for removal rates. Second is the micron size. Sawyer filters have absolute microns. That means there's no pore larger than 0.1 micron on the filter or 0.02 micron on the purifier. No harmful bacteria, protozoa, or cysts are smaller than 0.1 micron, so it's impossible for them to pass through. To give you an idea how small that is, a thread of hair is 17 micron, so 0.1 micron is 1/170th the size. Other filters that claim they're 0.1 micron will have some 0.1 micron pores, but they'll also have some larger ones because they're not absolute. That is why you see differences in removal rates among filters that claim the same pore size. Third is a protective casing. All Sawyer filters are fully encased and sealed to protect the fibers. When fibers are not enclosed, they're more likely to be damaged and harmful pathogens could pass through. And last is our quality control and testing. Instead of batch testing, which is common practice in the industry, every Sawyer filter is tested 3 times in the manufacturing process for your protection. Testing occurs first after the fiber element construction to ensure absolute microns, and twice after the casing assembly to ensure no harmful pathogens pass through the case or the internal O-rings. Those 4 elements are the Sawyer standard and what makes Sawyer one of the most trusted filter brands, not just on the trail, but all over the world. In fact, we've been able to distribute over 1 million filters through our charity partners to over 80 countries in the last 10 years. And you can learn more about our international efforts at Sawyer.com. The newest addition to our water line is our new tap filter, so here's another quick video on how it works.
The tap filter is easy to use and filters up to 500 gallons of clean drinking water per day. It's ideal for use under boil notices and during natural disasters such as floods, hurricanes, fires, and earthquakes. Consider the tap filter your peace of mind for all questionable sources: campgrounds, festivals, in RVs, and when traveling internationally. Each filter cleans water at an industry-leading 0.1 absolute micron standard and is triple tested before leaving the factory.
And lastly, our recommendation for the best protection against mosquitoes, ticks, and flies is to use a combination of permethrin on your clothing and gear and picaridin on your skin. Picaridin is a DEET-free topical repellent that is the synthetic version of the piperin molecule from the pepper plant. It's gear safe, it's much more effective on flies than DEET, and it's the longest lasting topical repellent at 14 hours for the lotion, and the spray lasts 12 hours. Permethrin, on the other hand, is an odorless fabric treatment that is a synthetic version of pyrethrum from the chrysanthemum flower. It's effective for 6 weeks or 6 washings, and it repels and kills ticks, mosquitoes, and 55 other insects on contact. You can use permethrin to treat all sorts of fabric, not just clothing, so backpacks, hammocks, camp chairs, picnic blankets, and more. You can also use permethrin to protect your dog for 35 days against fleas and lice and 6 weeks against ticks. The full treatment instructions for that are on sawyer.com/dogs. So if you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the chat and also go check out our exhibitor page. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sawyer, for that presentation. Looks like you've got some new customers in Texas and Louisiana. Next up, we have Mike McCallum from RDT, Rare Disease Therapeutics. And I will turn it over to Dave and Mike.
Hey, good morning. Hopefully y'all can hear me.
Hi, Mike, we can.
All right, that is awesome. Got through some little computer issues, but I do want to say yes, I think I will be, since I live here in just south of Austin, in Austin, Texas, I will be purchasing one of the new Sawyer filters that I just saw demonstrated. So I do want to say good morning, and I want to thank y'all on behalf of Rare Disease Therapeutics for inviting us to be part of this conference. Rare Disease Therapeutics is a smaller pharmaceutical company based out of Franklin, Tennessee, with a focus on filling very special medical needs of a small population of adults and children seeking life-preserving therapies for rare diseases. The two products I want to talk about today are Anascorp and Anavip. Yesterday, Anascorp was mentioned in the session up the water spout, and Anascorp is the antivenom for the bark scorpion. Now, being in Texas, I cover Texas and Louisiana. I don't have bark scorpions over here, so I talked with my Arizona counterpart, and she mentioned the fact that the bark scorpion has kind of expanded its range a little bit, and it is found now not only in Arizona but also in New Mexico and parts of Southern California. In fact, the Poison Control Center in Phoenix has noted a 20% increase in the number of calls that they're fielding on the bark scorpion or scorpion stings altogether. So they don't know if that's whether it's due to more people staying home due to COVID, or whether more people are RVing and the scorpions are hitchhiking on the RVs and going to other places. So Anascorp is indicated for the treatment of clinical signs of scorpion envenomation. There are different protocols for each of the hospitals. Most of the time, they wait until it is in that 3 or 4 range on the scale of envenomation. Anascorp is a Fab2 antibody, which means that both of the Fab arms are connected. During the manufacturing process, the FC fraction of the IgG antibody is removed and filtered out. So extremely safe product. It's been on the market, I guess, 9 or 10 years, something like that. So the other product is Anavip, and Anavip is a newer product for us. It was we started marketing it the last part of 2018. Again, it is a Fab2 antibody or antivenom. Anavip is an equine-derived antivenom indicated for the management of adult and pediatric patients with North American rattlesnake envenomation. Just like, and again, like I said, just like Anascorp, Anavip is a Fab2 product. So it is a larger molecule. It has a longer half-life. The half-life of Anavip is 133 hours. There is some evidence out that states that the venom can last in the body up to 28 days. There's some speculation on where it is, whether it's at the depot site or whether it is hiding out in the lymph system. They really don't know. They just know that those venom effects can come back. With that longer half-life, it's a nice pharmacokinetic match. The Antivip has been shown to reduce the risk of recurrent and late onset coagulopathy, as well as counteracting the venom effects of local tissue injury, as well as systemic effects of the venom. So both Antiscorp and Antivip reconstitute in less than a minute. So, and they're also, they don't require refrigeration. So I will be around if anybody wants to come by, do a one-on-one, or swing by the booth, ask any questions, and I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, Mike. Very fascinating stuff. It's actually absolutely amazing that you guys are able to create these, and science has come so far to be able to create these immunologic drugs, related drugs. So thank you for all the work that you do. They are incredibly important products. I believe we are, yeah, of course. I believe we are moving on to our fourth exhibitor next. This exhibitor is the United States Department of State.
You've been providing medical services to people your entire career. The work has been rewarding, but you feel there's something missing.
This is going to go through the bottom of your nose.
A desire to find adventure in both your personal and professional life while contributing to our global society. You yearn for more diversity outside of daily clinical routines and know there's a whole world in need of your skills.
There. Shot delivered.
Right, and so now we jump right back in.
So repeating back what you've had as a command, and you know that communicates to all of us, you're going to do that.
Medical specialists bring compassionate care and medical treatments to U.S. diplomats and their families who serve at U.S. embassies, consulates, and missions abroad. Working with the U.S. Department of State, you will be a vital part of history in the making. Every day, you will experience the challenge and excitement of a career at the forefront of healthcare and international affairs.
This is our mass casualty area. We place all of the wounded people in order to triage them to get them to a higher level of care.
Our diverse workforce brings innovation and creativity to the workplace, supports fresh perspectives that inspire new ideas, and sparks positive change.
Look at it, Titus. Look at it, Titus. Look. Whoa!
You will also have an unprecedented opportunity to experience the world and engage with different cultures. You will make the world your workplace and use your skills to effect real change in the lives of others.
Wow. 4 feet? Which one is your favorite ball?
Soccer ball.
What did you do at school today?
Math.
We advance diplomacy through healthcare. Join us.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Kathy, it looks like we have a quick question. We have a little bit of time. How would somebody find out a little bit more directly about your current hiring needs?
Well, right now we're looking for nurse practitioners, PAs, or physicians. In our booth, there are some links directly to our website that lists the job descriptions and the requirements. Or you can contact me directly and I will post my email online. We have several openings, so it's not one job. We're always looking for people. So yeah. I can say that I have been doing this for about 25 years. And in 25 years, I've lived in 7 countries on 4 continents, which obviously affords me a great chance to travel and do adventure tours. The locations of the jobs in the embassies vary from medically austere to very developed. You do have some choice in where you go. So if you like the austere environments, you're more than welcome to focus on that. It's a career path that is much like the military in that you go for 2 to 3 years at a time. And then you'll rotate on to your next post. We have excellent benefits because we're the federal government. So we have excellent pensions. We also offer a CME that ranges from 20 to 25 hours every year, which our CMEs are also located in very interesting places since we're coming from all over. For example, the last CME was in Bangkok. We also have partners with a lot of the larger resources like the Cleveland Clinic and the WHO and all of those agencies to help with some of the situations overseas. I see Mike asked how are mandatory rotations in DC? Yes, of the 25 years I worked, I spent 2 years in DC. It's not mandatory, it's recommended for your career path, but no, you could spend your entire career overseas. Which specialties? Family practice. While it sounds like ER would be the primary, your clinical community, the Americans at the embassies are families. So you do need to have a background in family practice. ERs is certainly one that we look at as well, but we're looking for someone that has experience in treating the entire gamut of the family, from newborns to adult.
Thank you, Kathy, so much for being here. And thank you for the U.S. Department of State for awesome things that they do and the career opportunities that they provide. Thank you so much, Kathy. There's clearly a lot of questions. I'm sorry we don't have enough time.
I see that. Yeah, no.
But reach out to Kathy individually, and we're going to keep on moving along. It's so quick. Our next exhibitor is Panakeia, who will be giving away a Leatherman Raptor and a pear belt.
Welcome to Wilderness Medicine. This is Panakeia, and I am Chris Jolly, here to introduce you to the array of products that Panakeia can bring you, no matter if you're far forward at point of injury or in recovery care, past post-hospital. Panakeia is a service-disabled veteran-owned small business. We've brought you a wide array of products, such as the XStat 12, and now we bring you elements none other like BrainScope 1, Drip Drop. We also have the new Sonovate Sonic Eye, and we have the APRU from the Delta development team to bring you refrigeration for your lab and blood and vaccines. We have a new training kit for the XStat 12 and Rescue's Essential STSC for any fractured femurs without the contraindications of lower leg fracture. We are also giving away in a contest Raptor shears from Leatherman and RevMedic's Parabelt for your tourniquet needs. As a medical distributor, Panakeia's capabilities are endless, and let me walk you through some of our products that we offer you. Sonovate's Sonic Eye Flexible Ultrasound has high adaptability. Sonic Eye Flexible Ultrasound stands alone, or it can be mounted to stands or fixtures for use in a variety of healthcare settings. Clinical users of sonograph can readily master features and implement it in their space. It has immediate integration. The Sonic Eye with the supplied Microsoft tablet comes with a preloaded app for immediate use. With its unique probe, Sonic Eye's low-frequency phased array can look for internal bleeding, while the high-frequency linear array can scan for PTX, MSK, and assist in line placement. It's got an intuitive interface. Streamlined and instinctive geographically interface was designed specifically to promote rapid proficiency even among new and infrequent users. It's got a range of modes that offers a guided eFast for new and infrequent users and a manual mode available for experienced users. The APRU is a newly cleared FDA product, cleared for lab, vaccines, and blood. It can hold 6 units of blood. Its operating range for external environment is from -25 to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, with an easy to see display screen and small sirens that go off whenever it's out of temperature range to indicate that you need to get your blood back to storage. It has an 80-hour capacity for the battery on cold storage, and it quickly recharges in 4 hours. It also works on the traditional radio battery in the military, which is easily pulled and inserted right down here in the bottom. The display screen is small, quiet, and has a tactical mode for lights on, lights off. Easy to configure to the vehicle with bungee cords to strap down. Comes with a convenient carrying strap to throw over one shoulder at 29 pounds. So with a traditional wound cavity bleeding like this, you would take your X-Stat trainer, put it in, literally, to the bottom, and start applying and working it around toward the head, toward the feet, and on both sides. For some reason, if you have a continued bleed, you take no additional action but to insert another one. Again, please stop by the booth, call Panakeia, or go to PanakeiaUSA.com. We are having a giveaway on the Parabelt tourniquet and also on these Raptor shears. Great little products that once again Panakeia is bringing to you. I'd like to tell you, thank you for your time. Have a great wilderness day.
Thank you, Panakeia. And I can see in the chat, there's a lot of demand for those Raptors, and Kelly and Glenn are fighting each other off, and Stephen wants it. And with that, I will turn it back to Dave.
Thank you. We have one more. So next up is our colleagues from BTG CroFab, and we have a video to play. Let's start that up.
Hey, I was going to say just a couple of words before we start the video, if that's okay. My name is Lisa Thompson. I am the area manager for CroFab in East Texas, including Houston and the surrounding areas. CroFab's been around for over 20 years. We've treated well over 50,000 patients. It's the only antivenom that has been approved for all 3 of your US pit vipers, and that's for children through pediatric through geriatric patients. So copperheads, water moccasins, and rattlesnakes. So even if you don't know which one your patient was bitten by, which one of those pit vipers, you can use CroFabs with confidence and know that it is going to work, and it will be safe to use as well. Over the last few years, a couple of safety studies came out that reviewed envenomations of over 1,700 patients. Their results showed a 1.4 to 2.7% likelihood of an adverse event. So it's a safe product that you can use with confidence for your patients without hesitation. So I know you've probably heard us say, don't dither, time is tissue. Well, there's a good reason for that. Obviously, the venom is traveling through our bloodstream, causing tissue damage and other damage to our body. So the faster you get CroFab started, get that in there to neutralize those venom molecules and pull them away from the tissue and help flush them out of the body, the faster you're going to gain initial control and stop that envenomation. So like I said, it is effective and it is a safe product that you can use without hesitation for your patients. So we're going to show a video today now that is on the mechanism of action on CroFab to help you understand how it's working and why it's such an effective product. So if you have any questions afterwards, please feel free to contact me through the virtual exhibit like Renita was saying. My contact information is there and I'm happy to help you as well. Thank you so much. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Lisa. Let's get this video going.
When a venomous pit viper bites, time is tissue, and an established treatment protocol is key. Watch and learn why CroFab has become the anti-venom that healthcare professionals rely on for the treatment of all North American pit viper envenomations, which comprises 98% of venomous bites in the U.S. Regardless of species, pit viper venom contains a complex mixture of toxins that can linger in tissue and result in local, systemic, and hematologic effects in the body. CroFab is the only FDA-approved treatment specifically engineered for broad species coverage of all North American pit viper envenomations in both adult and pediatric patients. So what is CroFab and how does it work? CroFab is specifically designed to contain a spectrum of venom-specific fab fragments of immunoglobulin G, or IgG, targeting the range of complex toxins found in North American pit viper venom. Upon administration, CroFab gets to work by binding to the venom toxins and neutralizing them. The small size of the fab molecules allows for rapid and large volume of distribution throughout the body, allowing CroFab to also neutralize toxins in the tissue. CroFab then facilitates venom toxin redistribution away from target tissues, clearing them rapidly from the body, thereby lowering recognition by the immune system and reducing the incidence of hypersensitivity reactions. CroFab delivers strength and speed when you need it most, with a safety profile you can count on. Remember, by the time the patient seeks medical attention, it's important to act fast. With CroFab, knowing what species of pit viper bit them doesn't matter. CroFab has a purpose-driven manufacturing process that uses 4 geographically relevant venoms. Each venom has a unique fingerprint, as shown in these chromatograms, and all 4 are chosen from snake species native to regions across the U.S., as recommended by the World Health Organization guidelines. The cottonmouth is one of the species of venoms included in the manufacture of CroFab, and was intentionally chosen for its abundance of PLA2 isoforms, which offer broad cross-species coverage for various venom compositions, including the copperhead, which accounts for 50% of North American pit viper envenomations. You'll feel confident administering CroFab, knowing that its diverse venom composition profiles provide broad species coverage that halts local effects, resolves systemic effects, and reduces coagulation abnormalities caused by the venom of North American pit vipers. When time matters, treat with confidence. Treat with CroFab.
Thank you so much, Lisa. That is fascinating stuff. Thanks for all that you guys do.